196. 196 is digital data acquisition. This is something that in reality a lot of people who are involved in testing like this should understand what makes up the system, and also not only that, if you're going to take and buy a new system, you really need to know the details of digital data acquisition. Some companies have a policy of taking, and every 20 years they'll review their equipment and repurchase it to be more, in line with what's available today. So those are the two categories of who should attend: someone who's trying to learn how their system works properly, and also those that need to go out and purchase a new system. You can save yourself a lot of pain by knowing the subject in this particular course. The prerequisites. It doesn't take too much prerequisites, even though we'll discuss a thing called Fourier transforms. We discuss it in such a way that we show you what's done and what routines you can use to do it and what the theory behind it is, but not to a large degree that you need to know a tremendous amount of advanced mathematics. It just gives you a good understanding of what's going on there. The thing about it is that when you take this particular course, 196, we take a look at the actual concepts and terminology. Concepts and terminology is the biggest thing that people say they need to know about when they come to a particular course. A lot of them hear all this terminology, have no idea what it is. And if they don't have any idea what it is, how in the world can they make a decision as to whether or not that's the right kind of system for them? We look at digitizing theory, which is pretty important today because of the fact just about everything made today, everything, your cell phones, your smartphones, your instrumentation, oscilloscopes, voltmeters, spectrum analyzers, just no matter what it is, it's done with a data acquisition system. It's no longer the true analog components. And the reason they do it with data acquisition systems is the fact that once you digitize the data, you can then just to do about anything you want with it to create other frequencies and signals and make corrections and do improvements. So data acquisition system is extremely important, and understanding essentially sampling theory is also important. Sampling theory has been with us for quite a while. One of the original people that worked on this was Shannon for Bell Labs. And another person that is one that they kind of associate with it, but it did something else called essentially Nyquist. And so we look at compare the two, which one is right, which one is something different. And then when it comes to the actual acquiring data, the aliasing condition can happen. And so we use a thing called an anti-alias filter. We talk about the details of this specifically and how to work with them and how to do it right. And then, of course, if you're going to be purchasing new equipment, we talk about what you need to consider when you buy the hardware. Certain things to consider for your multiplexer. Multiplexer is where you take many channels and bring it into one A to D converter. Today's the cost has gotten so low that you can have as few as 2, maybe 1, but typically it's 4 channels per A to D converter. And we'll look at the trade-offs with respect to that. Once you've acquired the data, then you have to basically analyze the data. So we'll look at various ways you can analyze the data and what you can do with it. So hopefully I'll see you sometime at the school and you're taking 196.